Did anyone see Hayley yesterday? Yes. So you've come back for the same hacks? Because they were so good, you need to hit them twice?
The same ones, right? You know that, yeah? Okay.
All right.
I had to see it way back there, so I got good feet now.
It's my pleasure to introduce you to Hayleys, who is an amazing Blue Diamond leader who... Does anyone see her videos? Aren't they amazing? Does she give you sneak peeks at things she's not supposed to? Yes. So she doesn't. Yeah. So I have to say, I've learnt so much from the hacks that Hayley shares. So we're really excited to have her with you today. So I'm going to hand over because we've got a lovely short presentation for you today. Thanks.
Yes. Hello, hello. How amazing was convention? I just have to say that. Absolutely fantastic. So thank you. Thank you for coming all the way over here. I know you probably want to go and socialise and learn with your friends, but for those of you who weren't here yesterday, what I'm going to run through are some beautiful, simple hacks. Because at the end of the day, I use my oils in lots of different ways, but I'm also extremely lazy. So things need to work. So what I want you to walk away with today is basically understanding that if these can be that creative with one thing, then maybe that you can get creative in other ways in your home. And that if this works for one specific area, then maybe it's going to work in other areas of your life as well. So I'm going to work through things a little bit faster. And I remember the very first issue I had was trying to remember what was grounding blend, what was uplifting blend. You know what I mean? Like, we keep forgetting what they were. So I learned this really awesome trick on my phone. Does anyone have the Modern Essentials app? And I don't have an iPhone, so I'm not sure if the new one has it. But if you go into your Modern Essentials app, and down the bottom, this is the old one, the new one can do the same. There's a double kind of drops, which actually has all the names of the blends. Now, if you hold your finger on one of those blends, like Women's Monthly Blend, it will come up with an edit screen. Okay, and then I leave Women's Monthly Blend because I don't want to forget that that's what it's called, but I'll type in Claricalm as well, and then I'll save that. So now it says Women's Monthly Blend Claricalm. So when I'm searching, it's going to say Women's Monthly Blend Claricalm. Cool? Yeah? For those who are all more book-based, same thing. These new books are wonderful because they do have the term like balance and Claricalm in it. But if you've got some of the older books, or maybe anyone who runs classes and you have some of the older books that don't have the blend names in them, simply get your stickers from your labels and put them in the corner. So where this is reassuring blend, you would put your peace sticker on it. So that's another really simple way to get around that. All right. Lemon for me would have to be one of the most versatile oils. Who loves their lemon? Yes. We actually know by statistics this is one of the highest sold products in Australia, which is awesome. But I want you to know so many different ways that we can use it. It's not only uplifting and delicious in some beautiful coconut yogurt, as we learned yesterday. It tastes like cheesecake. But it's wonderful at cleaning surfaces. It's wonderful at a dishwashing aid. So if you want your glass to be really shiny, put this into your dishwasher on top of your powder instead of that awful blue gunk, because it's really going to clean your dishes. It's awesome at removing nail polish. Lemongrass is also amazing for that as well. It's a natural deodorizer. It's fantastic as a wood polish. Add it with some olive oil. So anything gunky, sticky, and if you've got a diamond ring, ladies, it's really wonderful at cleaning your jewelry. So there you go. Oh, the other thing is the fruit and veggie wash. Did anyone see a live I did the other way? I did the system that the ladies, the additive-free lifestyle, taught us in the Thermomix. You can do the same thing in a sink of water. Chuck some vinegar and some lemon in there and soak your vegetables before you wash them, or rinse them in the basket and spin it in the Thermomix, because the gunk that comes off, even organic ones, shouldn't be ingested. So this will really help you remove that in a very short period of time. So I love that. All right. Who's ever popped a drop of Smart and Sassy maybe in their glass of water or mineral water or something, and they've got like Angelina Jolie lips from the menthol and things? So if you actually get, my husband taught me this one, if you get just a pinch of salt and just sprinkle it over the top of the glass, you'll see that it takes the essential oil off the top of the surface of the water and it emulsifies into the water. So that's a really nice way, so you don't get the tingly lips, but you still get all the flavour. And if you use good quality salt, then it can be good for your health as well. All right, this one I've done for a really, really long time, so lots of people might do the same thing. I like to use my toilet roll holder as my bathroom deodorizer. Can everyone hear me okay out the back? Sweet. So, has anyone done this before? A few of you? All you have to do, because bathrooms can get pretty stinky, and often there's not a PowerPoint in there where you can put a diffuser, and you don't want that running all the time. So you just literally put a couple of drops on the inside of your toilet roll holder, and you put that back on the thing, and every time you kind of move it, it just kind of smells again, which is really nice. The other thing you can do is just put a couple of drops if you've got a floor mat down or a hand towel, and it's going to naturally evaporate over the next couple of days, and it's going to be really beautiful. The other thing that I love to do is does anyone have them kind of stacked up on like a holder? Just literally put it on the top, sitting next to your toilet. It's like the best. It's actually better than the inside bit. I don't know why, but it works beautifully. Especially if you've got little boys and they miss the bowl, and for whatever reason your bathroom, even though you've cleaned it, it still smells. Put some Purify on something, so yeah, it doesn't smell anymore. It's really handy. I also love Purify because I'm very forgetful. So I often forget to take the washing out of the washing. And it gets wet and it stays wet for too long, and then it starts to smell. Has anyone experienced this before? Oh good, I'm not alone. Okay, so if you put your Purify in your washing machine before you wash, you have longer to play with before that starts to happen. Okay, you're buying yourself some grace time. The other thing you can do is if you're really in a rush and it is kind of like that 50-50, do I wash it again, do I not? Pop it on an old, if you've got a dryer ball or maybe even just a sock or a flannel, put it on there, and if you have a dryer, you can tumble dry it with the Purify, and that seems to really work as well. So I love Purify. I always have a bottle sitting in my bathroom for this, or my laundry for this exact reason, as well as my oil box. Okay, I'm also again lazy, so even though I have a car diffuser right next to me, I have to put water in it, and if I don't have a water bottle, often it doesn't get filled up. But I do normally have a tissue somewhere, okay? So kids that get gunky faces, we got to wipe stuff, so if you have a tissue and that's your car diffuser, shove it into an air vent, put whatever you want on there, and let the air conditioner do the job for you. Okay, that's going to pump through the whole car. It's super, super simple. Another beautiful thing you could use is like a wooden peg or something like that. But again, tissues for me are just something that we have readily available. But the air vent is an amazing diffuser for your car. Okay, I didn't bring my bottle of On Guard Cleaner Concentrate with me. I was worried it would leak on the plane. But who has this at home? Okay, good. So, does anyone understand how multi-use this liquid is? This is probably one of the first products I got. It cleans your carpet, your glass, your stainless steel, everything. But most importantly, I love this because it cleans my clothes. So when I went to Nepal, oh gosh, it was 2 years ago now, I thought I need something to clean my stains. Like, I'm not going to wash anything in 2 weeks. So what I did is I filled up an empty roller bottle with straight On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, and then I rolled it if I got stains on anything, and by the time I got home 2 weeks later, I could wash them out and it was absolutely fine. The other thing you can do is repurpose maybe your hand sanitizing wash spray or Terra Armour spray bottle, and same thing, this is actually probably easier to have at home. Fill it up straight, cleaner concentrate, and then you can use this just as a simple spray, well it's empty, spray onto your clothes as a pre-wash stain remover, and it works really, really well. Okay, I love this one. Does anyone understand how important washing our hands are? Especially when it comes to winter, like that's probably going to be the best thing that we can possibly do to stay healthy is simply wash our hands. But we understand that using antibacterial soaps can be really detrimental to our health. So something like the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, On Guard Foaming Hand Wash can be really helpful to make sure our hands stay clean, but it's not very good for traveling. So if you have something like the HD Clear bottle, this is a 50ml bottle, you can do the exact same thing, fill it up about 1/3 of the way and top it up with water, and then you've got a travel size. You can leave this in your handbag, you can travel with it, it's under 100ml, so you can take it overseas. So that I have found really, really helpful. You can obviously also buy these empty, not through doTERRA, but it's a great multi-use, multi-purpose product. Now this legit works. Legit. I am someone who has very sensitive eyes. If it's sunny or if it's windy, they just water. Or if we've got healing hands and then I just cry, it's just, my eyes water all the time. So cutting an onion is not very good. However, I can literally be blitzing an onion in the Thermomix over the top. If I've smelled On Guard, I have no tears. I have none. So I've also gone to the point to test this, not by choice, but I forgot to use it when I was chopping onion. And I thought, oh God, can this help me? Because I can't see. My eyes are just profusely watering. And it actually did. It helped stop it. Okay, so I could use it after the fact as well. I'm running through these because I know we're short on time. Who has ever washed their washing and left a tissue, that wonderful tissue in the pocket, that rogue tissue? So again, On Guard and lemon are your two oils that are going to be your best friend. So Erin Blott, a beautiful friend of mine, taught me this one. And can I just say, these hacks aren't mine. I literally learn them from everyone out there, and everything I hear and learn, like this is collective from the community of doTERRA and wellness advocates out there. But this is amazing. If you put On Guard and lemon into your washing cycle and just do another rinse, you don't have to do the whole thing. When you pick your clothes up and give them a good shake, all the fibers just fall off. Like, it's quite amazing. Where normally it just sticks. It's a real bugger. It's often impossible to get that tissue fiber off. But lemon and On Guard are going to be awesome for that for you. Okay, again, I hate ironing. I buy clothes that don't need ironing for this exact reason. But if, say, going out and Ben's wearing a nice shirt and we might be out, I will always have either one of these or again one of these with water and just plain lavender. Lavender's really good at softening fabric, and this is also really good if you've put sheets down, because we know how beautiful lavender is at bedtime, but it's also good to make your bed look nice and get rid of all those creases. So if you just spray with the water and the lavender, it's going to really soften all the fibers and you're going to have much smoother sheets or clothes. Does everyone understand the power of lemongrass? Has anyone seen this video? I don't know if it can play, but that's okay. We don't need to watch it. Basically, if you get permanent marker on things, go grab your lemongrass, because it can really just remove that from surfaces. The only thing I do say is just be mindful that if you're doing it on like a wooden surface with like a polish on it, it will take the polish as well if you're too overzealous with it. So just be mindful that less is more, like all things in doTERRA, but it does work really, really well. And it saved a lot of relationships when you have children doing the wrong thing. That I know that I can reach for lemongrass for crayons or textures if they're going somewhere where they shouldn't. Who got flowers for Mother's Day? I wish you got more. Anyway, if you do have fresh flowers, DDR Prime is a beautiful one to put in the water of the vase. And the reason I say this is because the flowers last longer, and I actually tried this with my Christmas tree last year, and the Christmas tree man was absolutely amazed that it was still green after a month, and I was filling up the bowl that the tree sat in with water and DDR Prime. So it really helps the plants to last longer when they're cut. Tea tree is also really, really effective as well, but I just find DDR Prime to be that next level support. Okay, now if you followed me at all, you'd know my love addiction with Virage Skincare. And the thing is though, what I found is that the serum can often run out before the other ones because we just love it so much. We just want all that cellular all over our face. But if you follow this, you will actually be able to make sure they run out all the same time. And the reason I'm teaching you this is because the Salubel is basically the same price as all 4 products. And I want you to have your skincare at $100 for this pack, not $200 because you're buying 2 serums, okay? So use less serum, more toner. Most people just go psst with the toner. I'm like, no, give it a good 8 to 10 sprays. And honestly, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, over your face. That's it. You can really go to town on it. And then once you do that, the serum just slides over everything, your neck, and it can literally use half a pump to a pump, not even more than a pump. And you'll have those finishing at the same time, and you're going to get beautiful skin and great value for money. All right. Oh, where's my bottle of water? Hang on, here it is. Okay. Who struggles to swallow tablets? Yeah, me too. But I found that it's like, hang on, how can I actually swallow LLV? So I've got my 6 LLV here. And there's a trick that I do to swallow them all at one time. Okay, so the trick is simply just either to tuck your chin down Or you can tip your head fully upside down if you need a little bit of extra help. But what happens when you tip your chin to your chest is it seems to open up the esophagus and the tablets to go down, because at the end of the day we can bite an apple and have a big chunk of apple and it's not the size of the tablet, so it's all up in here. Okay, so that's a really good trick, and it saves a lot of time in the morning and in the afternoon when we're taking them every day. There you go. Okay, this one I love teaching people this. So when we blend, people often ask how many drops of this, how many drops of that, and I'm not a aromatherapist or a perfumist, so I don't know the art of blending. Top note, middle note, base note, wouldn't have a clue, okay? What I do know is what I like the smell of, and you do as well. So if you have your bottles, say I pick 3, that's a nice combo, and you can, I should take the lids off because otherwise that would just seem weird. Okay, so you have your 3 bottles, you hold them together and you smell. And actually, hang on. They actually smell really good together. Purified lemongrass and lavender, okay? But just say, for instance, lemongrass was too strong for me. I would just drop it like that and smell again. Okay, or I might go, oh no, I really want more lavender. So I would raise the lavender up and smell it again. So you can do that with roller bottles, with diffuser blends, and then go, okay, that would be 3 drops and maybe 2 drops of each of those. Or if that one was down like that, it would be 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so it's a very, very simple way to understand the balance that you like for your nose, being that for an aromatic dressing or any other use. Okay, who hates the smell of a specific oil, just for whatever reason? Okay, well, one, you might want this book because it's probably an emotional reason, just saying, probably some stuff to work through. But at the end of the day, we all have feelings when we smell something, good or bad. And what I've found though is when we pick something up to smell it, what's our brain doing? Our brain naturally goes, what does it smell like? That's why you're putting it to your nose. But sometimes we don't actually want to know what it smells like, we just want to know what it does for us or how it's going to make us feel. So if we just hold an intention the next time we have to use something that we don't particularly like and just say, I want the best of this oil. I almost have to say that's compliant. I only want the best for me from this oil. And then smell it again. What your brain is being told is that forget the scent, listen to what else is coming up through your olfactory bulbs, okay? And it dulls everything down. So it's a really fun one to do in a class because someone goes, oh, I hate the smell of lavender, and I'll do that with them and they're like, whoa, it just changes things completely. Okay, dilution, I'm really big on dilution. So just know please that there's certain oils that come in roller bottles, so it's a bit deceptive, but they're not diluted, okay? They're a straight oil. So I'm gonna save you some money. What you can do is you can take the roller, does everyone know how to take the roller bottle tops off? You just pull, okay? So when you've done that, you can pour one of these into 2 or 3 other ones and then top them up with fractionated coconut oil. Okay, so you can have them in your handbag, in the bathroom, you can give them to a sister or a friend, or your child, your daughter for some claricalm, and it's going to be really, really helpful to support the skin but still get wonderful benefits for the use of the oil. Okay, this is another really simple trick. We're just going to simply, I never have those tools, and if I had one I'd probably lose it. So I like to just use what's in front of me, and if you have to take the top off the bottle, you just use the lid. You don't need any of those fancy little fancy things. And that's a really good thing to do. Say you've got, sometimes the last couple of drops don't come out, and you can do that, or at the very end of the bottle, fill it up with Epsom salts, and then you've got something to pour into the bath. So that's a really nice thing to do as well. All right, how many more? Okay, I think this is my last one. Let intuition guide you. I'm a really big believer in intuitive picks and listening to our body. It wasn't necessarily when I first started the oils, but this is something that I have actually really come to be attached to. And often the time, you know, we don't have the knowledge of Dr. Hill and all this kind of people that know what all of these oils do. But guess what? Our body knows what it wants, okay? And our body knows what it needs. So some people can just look at the oil and they're very intuitive, they just go, I just need that. My logic brain can't do that, so I have to close my eyes. And what I've taught myself is when I close my eyes and I set an intention, like I'm feeling cranky, can I have some help with that? Or I'm feeling really flat today, what do I need? Okay, and then I close my eyes, take a deep breath, and when you close your eyes, it's not black, is it? You kind of get shapes and movements and all of that kind of stuff. So I kind of trace those with my hands, and I put my finger down, and it always lands on the top of the bottle, always. And so I might do that for one oil, I might do that for 3. I get my kids to do it, to pick a diffuser blend. That's the best idea ever. They come up with amazing diffuser blends, children. And then I go to this book and I see what my subconscious is trying to tell me, okay? So if I'm flat, it might be because I've let my boundaries down and I've been seeing clove, and if I looked at clove, I'm like, I don't want clove. Clove smells like clove. I don't want to diffuse clove today, but maybe I need it for the boundaries and the emotional support that it's going to give me. Do you understand? Okay, I think there was one more that There's one more that I wanted to show you, and I didn't put it in this because I literally only learned it last week. And you're probably going to look at me and go, yeah, Hayley, that's what I do, like, every time. But I love CorrectX. And our children, this is such a dingy old Band-Aid, I'm so sorry. My children fall over, they're 5 and they're 7, you know, they scrape their knees. And I found that when I put CorrectX on their little scratches and things, that I could never put the Band-Aid over the top, because they were Superman Band-Aid or Star Wars Band-Aid, and it would never stick. If you just put it on the actual Band-Aid pad and then put it on the skin, it's like a win-win. It sticks to the skin. It helps with healing, with soothing the skin, and yeah, it's a beautiful way to get the benefits of the ointment, at the same time making life really, really simple. So thank you for following my journey. I know a lot of you have already approached me while I've been here, and it's been beautiful to meet so many of you, so thank you. It's been very humbling for me, but I really appreciate doTERRA's opportunity for me to come here and share a few things that I love to use my oils for, and hopefully you learned something too. So, mwah.